Hi, I'm Ben Swathwood, Alliance RV, and today we're going to take a look at this 2025 Paradigm 380 MP. Let's go take a look. All right, so before we begin this tour, guys, hey, don't forget, like and subscribe to General RV's YouTube page. I'm standing in the rear living portion, and what I want to talk about here is the fact of where our furniture is positioned in this coach. And so you've got a lot of cross-conversational seating between this 3-seat sofa that will fold out into a bed, as well as your recliners on this campside slide that are going to allow for perfect view of your television, which will be a Philips Smart TV, by the way, as well as just a setup in a rear living that you're going to want, all combined into this 380 MP. And then above that 3-seat sleeper sofa, you're gonna have storage that's gonna span the entire top of that. And those will also be that soft close with the magnet latches, which just gives that nice touch that we do in all of our Alliance products. On the TV entertainment side, you're gonna have your Philips Smart TV, followed by the upgraded JBL sound system, which will come with 2 zones, one for the living room and then another one up in the master bathroom. All right, so one of our new unique features for 2025 is our hidden pantry. What this allows the customer to be able to do is now they've got 3 shelves versus 1 opening shelf under that fireplace. It is full LED lit that works off of a motion. And then we also added a 110 volt outlet inside of there. And not only that, behind me, there's 2 more additional storage places so that you can take more of those things with you. Whether this is going to be an actual pantry that you're gonna keep dry goods in, this can also be a place to store blankets and things like that that you're gonna be able to take with you camping. All right, now for the kitchen, where you're probably gonna spend most of your time, especially if it's raining outside. But on the 380 MP, we're gonna start with this little nook area where you're gonna have a solid surface setup, and then you're gonna have all of these banks of drawers, as well as a pull-out pantry that is gonna have adjustable shelving, as well as an LED motion light and another 110 volt outlet. Refrigerators are gonna be brand new for the 2025 model year. We're going with this pull-out 2 freezers, as well as the French opening doors here, and this will run solely on that 12 volt operational system so that you can be powered up when you're on shore power, as well as when you're in transit on your tow vehicle. In the kitchen in here, solid surface countertops. You'll have a single basin stainless steel sink, residential sprayer faucet, and then it's always beneficial to note that on your Alliances, you're gonna have those shutoff valves at your major plumbing fixtures, which is gonna be very key because sometimes you may be at a campground, now you can isolate that leak, whereas you would have to turn off your water main. And if you turn off your water main, now all of a sudden you can't use the bathroom or take a shower. And so with these shutoff valves, it allows you to be able to continue camping while you're able to fix those things on the go. Okay, so now we're in the dinette section of this 380 MP. And there's a few features that I want to go over that I think will be important to retail customers. The first off is going to be our atrium windows, which are going to be the largest windows in this segment, and they're fully functional. So no more having to worry about a window that doesn't open or doesn't open up enough to be able to allow that cross ventilation in. And not only that, but being able to see out into the campsite or those views when you're going camping is gonna be so nice to that retail customer. And that's something that they're gonna get on all of their Alliances. One of those improvements that we put in for the 2025 model year is our turntable desk dinette. And so with a pull of a latch, you can take this desk table and you can then rotate it into a 4-chair dinette. And in a matter of seconds, you can go from a single or a 2-chair desk into a 4-chair dinette. And keep in mind, those other 2 chairs, they're underneath the bed. All right, so now we're gonna be in the multi-purpose room of this 380 MP. As you can see, you're gonna have the sofa over here, which will fold out into a sleeper, which can comfortably sleep 2. There's also going to be a Euro bed above that that will allow for an additional sleeping space. And then in this multi-purpose room, you will have a mirrored front closet here that will have a rod inside, as well as 3 pull-out drawers. And then you're going to have a solid surface setup here that will allow for a table and or a desk setup. And then the TV is going to be a Philips Smart TV, and it will come standard in this coach. All right, so as we go up into the hallway, before we get to the loft, the bedroom and the bathroom, I want to talk about the monitor panel here that is going to encompass everything that you would need to control this coach. So you can run all of your slides, you can run all of your awnings, you can monitor your tanks. You can also turn on your 12-volt heat pads. That'll be on every tank. That is going to be an Alliance feature, as well as being able to control the lighting in and outside of the coach. In the hallway of the 380MP, you will have a unique setup in this loft overlooking the multi-purpose room. And don't worry, you will have some privacy shades that you can pull on either side to allow for better privacy or more sleeping for whoever is staying with you. But it will be set up with the teddy bear mattress. You will have lighting USB ports, as well as rod iron for some safety. And then you'll have a solid hardwood ladder going up into this. So in the bathroom of the 2025 Paradigms, you'll notice some of the new things. One of them is going to be the all new self-latching door. So no more of the candy cane latches or the bungee straps. Behind me, you'll see the solid surface countertop, the stainless steel sink. You'll see the mirrored vanity with the LED lights. Everything again is going to be soft close cabinet doors. And then you'll always have the porcelain foot flush toilet. And one thing that we do that's a little bit different is the seat and the lid are also soft close. So again, going back to the idea of full-time RVing, if someone is using the restroom and it is late at night, you don't have to worry about waking up everybody in the coach because one of those things slams. Now for the master of this 380MP. As you can see, it's going to be the king bed slide here. One unique feature that we added to our Alliance Paradigms is we were able to some way get an extra foot into this slide box. So now that when this bed comes out, it's sitting back a whole foot farther than it was before. The benefit to this is, again, full-time RVing. If there's going to be people moving in and out of this, you can have someone sitting on the bed or up at the dresser, and they're not going to impede being able to get into the bathroom and or the front of that closet. Up onto the dresser, you're always going to have that hidden storage, as well as having 6 pull-out drawers, and then a shoe storage up in the front here that is going to be able to then move some of those shoes out of the way of this walking path, which is just going to add to that element of that full-time RVing. And then behind me, you will have this large walk-in closet with the ability to have washer on one side as well as dryer on the other. And then one of the things that I always like to talk about is this hanging rod here. So typically you'll see some of those that are a lot chintzier or cheaper. With this, you're going to be able to hang those clothes, and you're still going to be able to have lots of other storage inside of this with all of the little nooks and things that we put in there for you. So now we're standing outside of the front of this 2025 380MP. And then on the underside, you'll notice our large storage capacity on the top side, which is also going to hold your charge controller for the solar system. And then on the bottom left, you'll have a compartment for a generator, and then to the right of that will be your battery compartment. If you do not opt to get the generator, that could then just turn into additional storage. Let's go check out the side. You'll notice all of our pass-throughs are always going to give you either an angle or like an L shape, and that is intentional. And so again, with our customers being more of that full-time setup, we want to be able to give them as much storage as possible. So one of the things that we've done since the beginning of our company is that 101-inch wide body, which is going to give us somewhere around 5 inches of more width than any of our competitors on a 96-inch frame. The other thing that it allows us to do is by having more storage, you can take more things with you. And so within this, you're going to have an outlet here if you wanted to plug in a mini refrigerator or a TV or something along those lines. You're going to have your WineGuard 360 prep here, as well as your cable and satellite ports. In addition to that, you're going to have our new 3-way switches in here, which allows you as a customer to be able to control the slides and the awnings when you're outside of the coach, as well as inside. So no need for Bluetooth technology, no need for disconnections or something like that. You're always going to be connected when you've got tried and true hardwire switches. As we pass along through this, you can see that you'll have a second additional door here, which is going to be able to allow you to get into this portion of the coach, even if that door is closed. On the lower side, you'll see this quick connect for a propane attachment here. And so again, if you are going to be cooking for larger groups or you have a larger family, no need to have one of those small RV chintzy cooktops when you can have something that you can plug in, and take with you, or you can leave it at home if you're not planning on doing some of those applications. Additionally, all of your paradigms will come standard with a 6-point hydraulic auto level. And then on the roof, we use what's called a PVC material, which is going to come with a lifetime warranty on all the parts of this for as long as that coach lives. And with that being said, because it's PVC, it can also be patched, where any of the EPMD or the TPO roofs would not allow that customer to patch that. Now let's go check out some of the other things on this 380MP. By the front entrance to this 380MP, you'll notice that you have 2 awnings standard on this coach that are going to give you plenty of coverage, as well as LED lighting up at the sidewall, so that you're not having to worry about LED lights on the front end and how you get those to incorporate into your campsite. You're also going to come standard equipment with the Lippert solid step, as well as that MORryde safety handle. Now let's go to the back of the coach and talk about some of those features. Okay, so now we're on the back wall of this 380MP paradigm, and some of the new things that you'll notice is we added the new steel ladder, which is going to give you more strength and more rigidity within this climbing surface. It's rated for 300 pounds. And again, we know most customers are going to have to be able to get up onto the roof to check their seals, and we want to give them an adequate space in order to do that. We also added the longer LED braking lights so that you have more visibility when you're on the road. And then in your hitch setup, this is going to hold 3,000 pounds in a tow, and then 300 in that rack setup. And then one of the things that we do on all of our paradigms is every unit will be equipped for the backup camera. So that little black circle up there is going to have your power already set up for you to be able to plug and play for whatever device you want to be able to use. So now we're on the off-door side of this 380MP, and we're going to talk a little bit about the convenience center. But before we get into that, you will have your furnace exhaust as well as your water heater here, which is going to be dual sourced gas electric 12-gallon water heater. Going into this convenience center, one of the new things that we did on these 2025 models is we offered the electric gate valves. So no more of the cable pull valves and having to worry about something sticking and or breaking. With this, you can now just hit a button and you can dump your black tank or your gray tanks. But don't worry, there is also going to be a manual override on the underside directly below every single one of them. Within this convenience center though, you're going to have the other part of your slides for those 3-way switches here, so that you can now run these out while you're on this side of the coach. So if you do get into some of those tighter spaces, you don't have to worry about being on the inside of the coach and then yelling out of a window when you're getting close to something. You can now come out here, you can run this slide out and watch it all the way, and then turn and watch the other ones. So super convenient, super easy. Within that, you're always going to have your 110-volt outlet, as well as those electric gate valves that we talked about, but then the convenience center. So within this, it's going to give a color-coded module system, so to allow you to be able to understand what you need to do for all of the water situations that you're going to be using. And then you'll also have this opening here, which is going to allow this to open up even more and get that full pass-through. All right, guys, and that's it for this 2025 Paradigm 380MP tour. For more information, please visit generalrv.com.